Mittens. Up. Up. Good girl. So, this isn't going to be a training video. This is going to be a story about Mittens. She's come a long way, and I'm really proud of her. And I was, on YouTube comments, and I was going to leave a comment about her story, and I was like, why not just, oh, you're going to fall off the bed. Why not just tell her story on here? So, she was a stray, right? I really don't want you to fall off there, baby. She was a stray. We don't know where she came from originally. She kind of decided to start living here because the basement window was open and it was warm, right? Which is understandable. And she didn't really trust people, right? This is before I moved in here, right? So this story, part of it is just what I've heard she was like, and then after I move in, then it's my own experiences with her. But she didn't really trust people. She'd get close, right, within a couple feet maybe, but that was for food when she was hungry. She didn't like being touched. She didn't like being held. She refused to be held, actually. And she just was very skittish, right? Understandably so. She's straight. She wasn't socialized. But that was just how she was before I got here, right? Wouldn't get too close to people unless there was food involved. Wouldn't let them touch her, right? She lived in the basement. At some point, I think she lived in the walls, I was told, or the ceiling. I don't remember exactly. Yeah, she was a little feral munchkin, right? Once I moved in, she was obviously skittish of me just the same as everybody else, right? Again, I was just another human to her. She was expecting me to be big, loud, noisy, all that, right? All the things the other humans were. But I've been around cats a lot in my life, and after a while she noticed that I was slower around her. I was quieter, I was calmer, right? I'm being attacked. And she learned that I wasn't as fast-paced as the other people, wasn't as loud, and so she allowed me to get closer than other people. Now, part of that is definitely because I bribed her with food. 100%. I gave her snacks every time I saw her, right? And she loved it, didn't she? Didn't she? Yes, she did. So, one of the first major turning points with her was when I started getting her to do spin, right? She would come close, right? And I'd hold the piece of meat up and I'd kind of do it like in a circle around her head. And she'd look at it and she'd, spin around in a circle looking at it. And that's how I got her to do spin. And after that point is when I think she realized that this is more than just about food. This is, oh, they want something from me, right? It wasn't just oh, I have meat and I'm leaving it around because I'm whatever, right? Like she realized it was very intentional. And so after a while, I got her to start following me a little, right? It was never very far. She wouldn't go more than I'd say maybe 10 feet from the basement door, right? Past that, she'd kind of hunch down, get scared, and then go back, right? So never really too far from her safe zone. And then one night, I'm in bed, right? And I'm winding down for bed. and I hear her padding into my room, right? And I'm in my head, I'm like so excited, like, oh my god, she's out of the basement. She's further than she's ever been, and she came to my room, right? And she came looking for me, right? And of course, she got so many treats right then and there because I wanted her to have a positive association with seeking me out and enjoying my company, right? And again, in the beginning, it was very largely food motivated, very largely food motivated. But since then, she's gotten a lot more comfortable around me. She hangs out. She comes for cuddles. She enjoys just spending time around me now. And since then, I've built a strong positive association with training, right? And giving her snacks. I've got specialized little tubes of snack for her. And are we done petting? Are we done petting for now? Are you gonna get me? You're gonna get me, okay. But since then, she's come a huge way, right? Now, early on, she was not okay with being touched. She was not okay with being held. She was not okay with being pet. None of it, right? The first turning point was a little before she started coming to my room. And she would let me just touch her a little bit, right? She'd like be kind of offstandish, but like just a little bit like that, right? And she'd be like standoffish about it, but she'd allow it, and then she'd get treats. And then as time went on, she started allowing me to pick her up a little bit. She would not let me move while holding her. Like I couldn't pick her up and walk around. She's still not a huge fan of that, but she's a lot more tolerant of it. But since then, she's allowed me to handle her a lot more. And she's a lot more comfortable with my presence. So I could go over now, right? Yeah, see, I move and she comes right back over. Hello, that's my foot. Aw. And there's been no treats involved throughout this entire video, right? And that's just that I can demonstrate that it's more than just food now. It's affection, it's love. And don't get me wrong, she definitely likes her food. Yes, she does. She definitely still likes having me around for the food aspect, but she's like, there's more to this guy than just food now, which is exactly what we want to see. So that's just a brief little bit on Mittens' story. She's a very good girl. Yes, she is good girl, and I'm proud of her. I love her so much. Can we give a paw for the camera before we go? Paw. Good girl. Good girl. That's Mittens' story. Bye.